True media. Hey, check this out real quick. I was just sitting here thinking, and I was watching a video about something pertaining to lust and you know how people is up against lust and how they just haven't mastered to get over that. But I want to say this, right? If you a woman out here twerking on Instagram, if you a woman out here cheating on your spouse, on these platforms portraying and acting like a 304, you is not a queen. You is not a queen. And we use this term queen and king so loosely. And we use a lot of words in general, just loosely nowadays, that don't even fit certain people. You're not even eligible to be called certain things. If you a male, if you a man out here, if you hanging out with your pants down, you out here sleeping with all these different women, you always arguing with other men online, you can't mind your own business, you always caught up in your feelings like a female, you're not a king. That word don't apply to you. You're not qualified to be a king, because a king is a leader, not just of his household, but a king is a leader of nations. And a king is not only a leader by a position of power, but a king is a leader by how he think, how he control himself, and how he control his emotions, and how he treat the people. That matters. It's more than to just being a king than the word. You got to have some actions that match up with that word. You can't call yourself no king if you out here arguing with other men online. You can't call yourself no king if you out here cheating on your wife. You can't call yourself no king if you're always caught up in your feelings and your emotions. You ain't no king. You ain't no king, brother. You might be more like a peasant. You feel me? And if you a woman out here twerking, acting like a 304, disrespecting women, disrespecting men, disrespecting your elders, don't know how to talk to people, got a bad attitude, don't get along with nobody, sis, you ain't no queen. You ain't no queen. That's the behavior of a peasant. That's the behavior of someone who's dysfunctional. You're not qualified to be a queen. Because I know we use these words very loosely. You a queen, you a king. Is you really? Do you really add up to the standard of those words? Do you really think you qualify to fit into that category of being a king or a queen if you behaving and acting like a peasant? And I be seeing all the time, you know, people just use these words loosely. And like I said, and I made on the video 2 days ago, words hold power. Be careful what you call yourself. Words hold a lot of power. And so I want to let y'all know at the end of the day, if you're going to be a queen, behave like a queen. Dress like a queen. Talk like a queen. Act like a queen. Present yourself like a queen will present herself. If you a king and you professing to be a king, act like a king. Think like a king. You know, protect your people like a king would. Walk like a king. Talk like a king. Your actions have to line up with what a king would do. You can't be having no fear in your heart if you a king, brother. I'm sorry. You can't have no fear in your heart if you acting like, you know, you professing to be a king. But you scared of what's going to happen. You scared of the government. You scared of taxes. You worried about somebody coming to take your shit. A king ain't worried about shit like that. A king runs shit at the end of the day. A king have confidence. A king got God to govern every move that they do. Y'all need to go study King David. How he was a mighty man of God. He messed up. He messed up. But a king has vision, has direction. You brothers be online just arguing with other brothers all day, and y'all sit home at y'all on y'all computers, and y'all go back home and y'all use the phrase king when y'all not even worthy to be nowhere in the stratosphere of a king. Be careful what you call yourself. Same thing with my sisters. You can't be out here listening to this music that these females rapping about. You can't be out here disrespecting men, whether they right or wrong. You can't be out here with a foul mouth, an ugly spirit, being nasty to people, sleeping around with all these different men, and you calling yourself a queen? You don't qualify to be no queen. You don't qualify to be a goddess. That's not how queens and goddesses behave themselves. They very feminine. They not listening to what the world is doing. They don't care about what the world is doing. They very feminine. They respectful. They value and honor their body. They submissive to their partner. They know how to control themselves when they in society. They know how to behave themselves. And most importantly, they not out here trying to do what all these other women is doing. And so if you know you don't qualify for that word as a queen or a king, I advise you to stop using it and stop putting yourself in a light to where, you know, them words don't have nothing to do with who you really is. Them titles that you putting over yourself don't have nothing to do with who you really is. Because you know who you really is. You feel what I'm saying? And so we got to start holding people accountable, male and female. We got to start calling things out. Because a lot of people be putting these titles, these titles of power, that whole power, over their life, talking about professing to be this or professing to be that, and you're not even qualified to be that. If you worried about what the world doing and you stuck in the world and you're stuck in your ways and you don't know how to behave yourself and you got a nasty attitude, you can't be no king or no queen. Okay? Because it's a certain way you're going to carry yourself from the rest of the crowd, from the rest of the people. How you going to be a king and you a follower? How you going to be a queen and you not submissive to your partner? You disobey your partner. You talk back to your partner. You very vindictive as a woman. How is you a queen? Understand what I'm saying? So, you know, based on these topics and these words of power that y'all give yourself and y'all want people to treat y'all as such, people can see right through that shit, man. If you're going to act like it and you really going to step into that role, act like it. Act like it. If not, then leave it to somebody else, okay? Leave it to somebody else to claim those titles and to be feel like they deemed and worthy as a queen and a king supposed to be. If you're not raising your kids, bruh, and you're not looking out for your people, you ain't no king, my brother. You feel what I'm talking about? You running from your responsibilities. You not even a man. Because a man don't run from his responsibilities. We prioritize and we get our priorities in order to make sure that everything around us is taken care of. If you can't do that as a man, dog, stop calling yourself a king out here, man. You're not qualified. You feel me? Same thing with the women, with the sisters. If you don't take care of your kids and you're out partying, it's time as hell, Friday come through Sunday, you're out drinking, you're out being promiscuous, you out just sleeping around with all these different men. How is you a queen? You not a queen. You acting like a peasant. Step into that role and really do some research about what those titles is about before you go to calling yourself certain things. Because a lot of things is used loosely nowadays. And we give ourselves titles that don't even fit our description. Most people out here ain't even a fully confident man. Most people out here not even a fully confident women, let alone as a goddess or a queen or a god-like figure, and a king is. You got to really walk in that. You got to really have actions bagging you up, not just lip service. Understand what I'm saying, man? See, we got to stop playing out here. This is why the world is going, it's just going crazy right now, because everybody out here playing and they taking everything as a joke. It's time we take a stand, man. You know, we got to separate people and we got to deal with people for who they is. If you a thief, you a thief. That's all you're going to ever be, is a thief. If you a murderer, you a murderer. Own it. That's all you're going to ever be, is a murderer. If you a 304, you a 304. Own that. We got to learn how to deal with people with what we see them out to be. They actions. We can't be trying to overlook the things that they call themselves and overlook the things that they really doing and how they moving. We can't overlook that. You feel what I'm saying? We can't overlook that. We need to start putting everybody in their place. Everybody have a role to play. If you're going to be a 304, you just a 304. Don't be out here acting like you're a queen when you know you got the spirit of a Jezebel. Don't be out here acting like a king when you know you get emotional like a woman. When you know you don't provide, you don't protect. You're not responsible. You're not a leader. You're not even qualified to be a king or in the presence of a real king. You ain't qualified. Stay in your place. See, a lot of people need to learn how to stay in their place. You dig what I'm saying? That way, we won't feel like we being bamboozled and led astray by somebody professing to be something that they not. Stay in your place. Own it. And so I just wanted to put this on y'all mind, man, because, you know, we got to be very careful with putting certain titles on people that they don't fit the description of being. You don't fit the description of a king. You don't fit the description of a queen. When you got 304 behavior and you emotional as a man and you're not a provider or a protector, you shouldn't even be calling yourself certain things, and other people shouldn't even be looking at you as that light to call you certain things. Stay in your place. Stay in your place and get out the way of those who's really out here doing the work, the groundwork, not just talking, but they actions bagging it up. If you're going to talk the talk, then you got to walk the walk. That's just the way it is. If not, then stay in your place. Okay? And so next time, I just wanted to put this on your mind, man. Be careful what you call yourself. You feel me? If you a queen, act like a queen. Walk like a queen. Talk like a queen. Behave like a queen. If you a king, act like a king. Walk like a king. Talk like a king. And behave like a king. Nothing more, nothing less. All right? So until next time, I love y'all. Stay up. Keep God first. Be careful out here. All right? And I'll talk to y'all later. God bless.